So today is debate day. I would say that's a pretty important day. Is it necessarily financial? Not really. I mean, November could be a game changer. You've got the big BRICS meeting is in October. So my presumption is they're gonna say the new lineup of member nations. They're going to announce that they're going back, I presume. I'm speculating on all this, until the meeting. We have the election, I believe, is on November 11th. So Sam just put up, most Americans plan to watch the Biden-Trump debate, and many see high stakes. An AP NORC poll finds. I don't like polls, by the way. I don't like polls because I've never been called. I've never had somebody ask me what I think. So I think they're all fake news, quite frankly. A couple of things, my personal thoughts on the debate tonight. It is important. I mean, it is important because when you're in such a precarious position as a nation, who's going to lead the nation for the next 4 years is kind of important. We talked to you about Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, healthcare, borders, politics, you name it. It's all hanging in the balance right now. So whoever comes out of these debates and becomes the next president, it is important. You know what? You know why I think it's a little less important? Because you want to talk about the representation of a banana republic. Some of the thoughts I had leading up to gearing up for tonight's big, I've had people send me the drinking game sheets. If somebody says the word China, I have to have a shot of vodka. If somebody says Russia, I have to drink this. So anyway, but I started thinking about how rigged this debate is. And I'm not just saying because it's at CNN versus Fox. I mean, they should have one at each. Or how about neutral ground? How about we don't have one at CNN? I mean, when they agreed to debate, they said like anywhere, anytime, I double dog dare you, stick your tongue to a light pole. Yeah, come on, you little kids. But anyway, so it was brought up, are they going to drug test people? I'm not trying to just be too one-sided, but for Pete's sake, Biden took a week off. Is he loading up on cocaine, Predigen, and acuity pills? And I mean, I don't know. That's people saying that they're going to have to juice him up. When you look at the State of Union address, he was definitely a different Biden than you see in all the videos. So it's not when you talk about a drug testing, the commander in chief, normally that would be inappropriate. Currently, it's like, well, those are two different people who I see in the videos and then who I saw at the State of the Union. So which one are we going to get tonight? Is he going to freeze up and we're going to have to speculate whether or not he soiled himself? Is he going to trip over a sandbag and fall? Or is he going to be the fiery young Joe of the State of the Union address? Who knows? Earpiece. There's people saying, are they going to check for an earpiece? Is there any possibility one or both of these candidates are being fed the answers? Speaking of the answers, did he get the questions in advance? I mean, there's been a history of that. Wasserman Schultz and all these people that, people have done that before. They've cheated. So, I mean, that's not out of line. Question in advance. I mean, is it impartial? Is it going to be fair and balanced, as one of the, networks say? It's an hour and a half long. I mean, Anthony, I do these presentations for different organizations and some of them are 3 hours long. I don't need a potty break. When somebody's speaking and their adrenaline is relatively going, they don't need a break. There's going to be 2 breaks in an hour and a half. Really? Come on. No breaks. Act like adults and go potty before the thing starts and then wait to the end. I don't know. I just think it's weird. And are they going to cover what we need? Are we going to talk about what people in general in this country really want to talk about? And I think the main things are probably up our alley, and that's inflation and the economy and the open borders. So is that going to get covered? Or are we just going to talk about, healthcare, women's reproductive rights? What is going to get covered? Boy, I guess I'm going to spend the whole hour, and it's going to be a political show today. But this is timely, it's current events, and it is super important. So make sure you're watching. Anthony, you won't even watch, will you? This is not your thing. I know that. Are you going to watch tonight?
Probably not.
So, and that is, let me give you my thought on that. And I love you dearly. As you know, I've been your stepfather since you were about 10. You're not even redheaded, so I don't have to beat you. I can tell you something. You don't need to watch it because you think it's exciting or you give a 2 rats butts about any of this. You need to watch it for your job. Because one of the things that in our job, we have to manage money into the future without a crystal ball. You should have a good working knowledge on anything that people care about. And I would say more people care about this than they have cared about most things politically in years. So I think you should watch it, but I know you won't.
You watch it enough for the both of us.
I do.
And I can pretend like you got something out of it, and then you can share that with me.
So you were always riding my coattails.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, and that's fair enough. And I know you're not going to watch it, and I understand that. I just wanted to put you on the spot publicly because I like to do that. So
Thanks.
and I got to get away from that because I could spend a whole hour on my thoughts on what a train wreck this country is politically, but I know that's for other shows to do.